Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you. This is Pastor James coming to you from the Fortress of Solitude here on Old Norcross Road. Welcome to this week's midweek check-in on this 13th day of September. The month of September is just cruising right on by. Uh, you remember the old song? If you don't, it's a long, long time from May to December, but the days grow short when you reach September. And here we are. Hey, just a few things I want to tell you about today. The first thing that I want to remind everybody about is our Thursday morning theology group will not meet tomorrow. I am going to be away at a leadership conference tomorrow on the other side of town. Uh, Pretty much still in metro Atlanta, but over in Paulding County. Metro Atlanta is a wide reaching term, but I do covet your prayers for safe travel there, a good day, getting some good leadership lessons, and safe travels back tomorrow evening. But we will not meet tomorrow. We are going to meet on the 21st, and we will finish our book, Napkin Theology. And then on the 28th, I just happen to have this. We will begin reading The Prodigal God by Timothy Keller. And this book is wonderful. Uh, it is it comes highly recommended. Um, I haven't read it yet, but I know the man. I know of the man. I never did get to meet him. Sadly, he passed away from cancer this year. But this is going to be a wonderful experience, and we'll be beginning this book the week leading up to September 28th, and we'll have our first meeting to talk about the book uh, on that day to talk about the introduction and the first chapter. Uh, Anybody can come to theology, Thursday morning theology with James, and these books are provided at no cost to anyone who would like to participate. We have a certain number, but we can always order more. So if you would like a book, please see myself or Carol Hansen, and we'll get this book in your hands. And again, we'll start going over the introduction and chapter one of this book on the 28th of September. But I'll say more about that in midweek check ins. And you'll see some stuff in the inserts for the bulletin in the weeks to come. Okay, so The Prodigal God, Timothy Keller. This is going to be our next book, and actually our final book for 2023, as this will run us up to, I believe, the second Thursday in November, and we will then take a break through the Advent and Christmas season and come back and read something else when we make it to January. But let's not get to January too fast. All right, we have wonderful seasons up ahead in the Christian calendar year, and we want to enjoy them. So, The Prodigal God, hope you'll come and be a part of that. That group meets at 11 a.m. on Thursdays in the small fellowship hall here at the church. It's also available live via Zoom, and each session is recorded and then will be available to stream after that. Okay, that's the first thing that I want to tell you. The second is I do hope to see you guys out tonight here on Old Norcross for the brown bag dinner and fellowship time at 5:15. We're going to continue the God Provides Bible study series. We're still in the Old Testament. I believe tonight we're in Exodus. So we're looking forward to a good time there. And then after that, the Chancel Choir will have rehearsal at 7:10. Again, tomorrow there will be no meeting of the Thursday morning theology group. We'll reconvene next Thursday, Lord willing. This Friday at noon in the small fellowship hall. No Zoom for this, but you wouldn't want to Zoom in on this event anyway. This is the Golden Travelers Cover Dish Lunch and Bingo, which will be at noon on Friday in the small fellowship hall. Come one, come all. It's always a fun time, and we look forward to getting together and just sharing some wonderful food and just hanging out with each other on a Friday there for lunch. Saturday, our monthly men's breakfast. It's time for that, 9 a.m. on Saturday. We're going to be at the Pancake House on Pike Street in Lawrenceville. Hope all you guys are invited, and any of you ladies that might want to join us. We had a great time last month at our breakfast together there in at the diner at Web Gent. So if you'd like to come, come on out. It's fun, and the more the merrier. But it is supposed to be a men's breakfast, so uh, do with that what you will. But we always have a good time, and hope you guys, all of you, are invited again. 9 a.m. this Saturday morning at the Pancake House on Pike Street in Lawrenceville. All right, this coming Sunday, looking forward to preaching a text on forgiveness from the Gospel of Matthew. And following that, after worship, we're going to be having our monthly elders meeting. We'll have that in the Faith Journey Sunday School class. And then Sunday evening, we will watch episode 5 of The Chosen, and that will be at 5 o'clock. On your insert last week, it stated that we might have need for a second budget discussion meeting, but gratefully we will not need that. So it was originally scheduled for 5 o'clock this coming Sunday, and then the chosen would meet at 6. But since we have no need of that second meeting, we'll meet for the chosen back at its regular time slot at 5 o'clock, where we will be watching the second part of a two-part episode called Clean. And again, if you have not been a part of this, I'm going to keep badgering you and just telling you, please come out and see this. If you have not experienced The Chosen, I promise you, um, take it from me. I am not the biggest fan of Christian movies. Um, I do not appreciate, let's say it like that, uh, a lot of Christian music. But I'm telling you, this is very impactful. It has been for me, and I know for several others. So come on out. Again, if you haven't watched any of it, we can get you caught up just like that at the beginning, and you can jump right in with The Chosen this coming Sunday at 5 o'clock. Okay. Um, Lots more going on. Of course, we've got that fall festival coming up at the end of this month on the 30th. Yes, you've all probably heard by now about the um, pastor spending most of his day soaking wet, weather permitting, all for a good cause. But there is going to be a dunk booth, and it's not going to be the traditional, me climbing up on a seat and then you hit a bong, and but it is going to be me sitting in a chair with a bucket of water over my head, and if you hit the target, so think about it. All these years we've been together, this is one way to get the pastor good and do it for a good cause for the Oakland Community Garden. So anyway, I wanted to give you all of that and just tell you how much I love you and I appreciate you, and I'm glad that God has us together on this kingdom adventure, and I'm looking forward to spending some time with you guys throughout the rest of this week. And if you need anything at all, I'm just a text, a phone call, uh, a visit here at the church or in your home away. And God bless you. And I hope you have a wonderful week.